Welcome everyone to the Watchlist, your virtual weekly TV guide right here on the Latin Nurse Network, where they go over all the shows, documentaries released on streaming over the past week, give you best recommendations or non-recommendations as the case may be, and of course at the end of the show, letting you know what's coming out next week so you too can create your very own watch list. Joining us as always is Senor Jaime, aka Chewy, what it is, what it was, what it shall be.
What's going on, brother?
Three letters that's going on. USA. USA. USA.
I tell you,
Dominant performance in the World Cup opener. Thank you very much.
it was funny. We were watching on Telemundo, and the commentator at halftime is saying, "Did someone tell Paraguay the World Cup started?" Que pena, dude.
An
Wow.
embarrassment for the Latin
Eesh.
community. They got shellacked, if you say, and goals came
Making
fast and they came
Conmebol
often.
look like CONCACAF, dude. Que pena,
Yeah,
dude.
for real. USA looked like the best team in the World Cup, for Christ's sake. But the World Cup is obviously going on. A lot of games today and yesterday and the rest of the next couple of weeks or month or whatever how long this takes. Chewy's very excited. That said, there wasn't a whole lot to talk about this week, so this is gonna be a quick. It's the World Cup, so it's still plenty to watch. Believe me, on a daily, nightly basis,
Every day, dude.
as it is. So yeah, dude, let's get into it. What you should be watching in between some of these games. We'll start with on AMC Plus. AMC, we got the Vampire Lestat making its debut. Of course, this continuation of the interview with the Vampire series of the first couple of seasons, which were really, really good on AMC Plus. This is focusing, of course, on the stat. It's a fascinating character. Yeah, dude, it's just keep it simple. It was really good. Really enjoyed it. I love this character and explore more of it, and continuing the story. It's not a prequel, whatever, which I thought anyway, that might be the case. Connected to the first two seasons, a lot of the returning characters, including the guy, the journalist or whatever, he's back as well.
Yeah, the interviewer.
The
Yeah.
interviewer, if you will, yeah. Yeah, so I'm on board for sure. It's really good, a lot of fun. Taking direction I didn't think it was going to go, particularly with the music side of it. The kind of cheesy 80s band stuff, which we
Oh,
grew up
stop it,
listening
dude.
to,
Stop it. Jeez.
which we love listening to. I'm not saying I listened to it, I didn't like it. I'm just saying let's be honest, it's cheesy 80s music. It is what it is. But yeah, so I really enjoyed it. So for sure, definitely on the list. Chewy.
No, man. I mean, excellent. I've been hearing good things about it. Love the two seasons. The disappointed with Telemasca, right? I thought it was going to take up more of that universe, and unfortunately, it did not. But this definitely brings it back to the original show. At least, the first two seasons of the show. This is just season three, as far as I'm concerned, because
It
it's got all
basically
the
is.
main characters. Call it what you want, but when all the main villain, the main story continues. It starts a little differently because it starts at some point in the future with an auction of some kind, right? And then it kind of goes back, but it's still when you look at the events, it happened like right after obviously the interview and the book that came out and the appearances, and obviously they've changed. There's been some big fights, so excited to see what's coming the rest of the season.
Yeah, very, very well done. So kudos to them. AMC doesn't release a whole lot of things, but when they do, they usually hit pretty well for the most part. Next one up, again, this was just for the soccer fans out there. This is kind of a daily show. The rest is football, kind of. I forgot this guy's names, but they talk about the World Cup, prepping for what's going on, a funny way, and all that stuff, and giving their thoughts on all the happenings of the course in the USA winning. So, Chew, your thoughts on this one?
I mean, by watching that, I wouldn't have thought that USA was even in the World Cup. Dude. I don't know.
For
I'm about to jump off this show. This is not what I expected. I mean, look, I was thinking this is going to be kind of like First Take or the other show on
yeah,
ESPN in the morning,
yeah,
whatever it's called, with Mike Greenberg, right? Banter, lighthearted stuff, okay. But they just literally talk about England,
anything
England,
else?
England. Dude. I mean, I'm like, is there any other team? It's 48 teams, and they all, 47 of them England. I mean, what the hell, dude? Um, I don't know. Like I thought I wanted more insight, more. It didn't have to be serious journalism. I can turn to Fox or to ESPN and get the nightly breakdown, right? But I just wanted more, and this is just giving me, little light banter. They talk about England and how they're doing and what's coming up and some stuff I really don't care about, and the end of the show with darts. I'm like, really?
Yeah, this is.
Netflix, you're better than this, dude.
Yeah, I don't know. I just was trying to catch in the World Cup stuff. Yeah, this you watch the pre-shows on Telemundo, any whatever network you're watching the World Cup in, you get much better insight and discussions on that. And I think, if you're a soccer fan, it's probably what you're looking for. Right? At a day, this is more made for the pure casual or your UK fan, right? I
Pretty
guess
much.
pretty much.
Pretty
So
much.
yeah, this is on every day. So I don't think it's. You're right. There's a lot more insight on 1,000 other channels you can be watching. I'd rather watch that. Ultimately, at the end of the day, on Starz, which this will be our Chewy since I don't have Starz, is the listeners. Rebecca Hall here. I guess she a woman who hears some kind of strange humming sound which no one else can hear and is causing her issues, and she finally meets someone else who's obviously going through that same issue. Chew, your thoughts on this, and what kind of show is this anyway? I'm not really sure what to expect here.
It's still undefined.
Okay.
They did a very bad job of
Ooh.
setting up this, which is, I mean, not saying it's a bad show, but I got one episode, and I still don't know what this is as far as the type of show that I'm seeing, right? And they ended it kind of abruptly. I'm like, oh, at least we can do that. At least drop two, right? Set the table.
Okay.
And so they did a bad job of that. Now, what I watched was interesting, yes, but it was just whoever put this together didn't really give some thought as far as how to grab your audience. And maybe that's a problem with Stars, right? Uh, I think it's more a problem with Stars than the show itself. But I'm gonna give him another episode and see, because it just kind of introduced, okay, the issue, right? What's going on? A lot of backstory, and then they literally ended the episode kind of like mid episode. I'm like, hey, what happened? What's give me something to.
Yeah, that's not good. Not one of the good things.
Yeah, so let's see. Let's see.
um, it's more like it's a drama. I guess it's not like a. I don't know.
I mean, it's
It
not.
seems like it. It's not like something
I
horror
mean, yeah, it's a
related.
drama, but I'm not sure if it's
Okay.
supposed to be, suspense, thriller, fantasy, because they don't really explain. Obviously, she has an issue. She hears something, and she encounters another one of her students who confesses that it's he's going through the same thing, and they literally, and that's the whole episode. But then they just literally, I can't even remember how they stopped it, but it was so abrupt. I was like, wait, where's the rest of the episode? That's not a good way of structuring a show. To get your audience, hey, I'm in, right? It was a good introduction, but you can't just do that, right? I mean, with
Yeah.
Apple Plus, right, they drop 2 or 3 episodes typically,
Yeah.
right? They set the table,
Amazon
right?
does
You
that.
have a clear, yeah, you have a clear understanding of what the show is or isn't, and then you continue the story from there. And these guys, I think, forgot to release the next 2 episodes just to make sure you understood what type of
Yeah.
show this is, right?
Yeah, and these streamers, they have to know that. Listen, it's a lot of options, a lot of different streamers, and if you don't grab the audience early, it's a wrap.
You're gonna lose them. Yeah,
Yeah,
you
the
lose
show
them
might be
quick.
great later on, but people usually don't jump on backboard, and this is something, it's this water cooler talk kind of show, which I don't think this is the one. This is a show that will become that. But yeah, if you ain't watching it, it's not gonna happen. So okay, fair enough. Maybe it gets better for you. You can let me know down the road.
Yeah.
Last one here, a documentary, Maternal Instinct on Netflix. This one here about a woman who apparently was on the way to the hospital. She gave birth on the way to the hospital. The police came over. She's on the side of the road and discovered eventually that it was not her baby, it wasn't her blood. They call the little tube oh man, they cut
The
umbilical
umbilical
cord,
cord.
and umbilical was still attached to the baby. So it seemed like it might be hers, but they find out that it isn't. And they go into the story about this woman who is bonkers and ended up being something I did not expect. It was worse than I thought it was going to be in terms of what she had done um, to have that baby. It was crazy.
Well,
Really enjoyed
now you got
this.
to tell me, dude, because I didn't watch it. I didn't have time to go
I don't know
back
if
and
I want
watch
to
it.
spoil it. Well, I guess I can spoil it. I don't know. I rather not
Spoiler
spoil it,
warning.
but
Spoiler warning.
all right, spoiler warning. It's gonna take like 10 seconds, muted, fast forward, whatever. I'll say this that before I get to the spoiler, she did a lot of lies. She attached herself to a man, a young guy, and she told these lies. She had money and she was buying stuff and trying to broker a $20 million real estate deal, all under different identities, and she pretended to be
It
different
all goes back
people.
to real estate, dude.
It's all just a big old mess. A big old mess has happened in Texas. Oh, of course, it happened in
Of
Texas.
course.
But yeah, it's a big old mess. And then she became pregnant, and she couldn't. She had
She really was pregnant at one point.
no. Before she met the guy. She had a kid before.
Okay. Okay.
When she got pregnant, and this is spoiler now for this point, spoiler. She pretended to be pregnant. She told everyone she was pregnant. Fake sonograms, fake doctor's notes. She filed the
Jesus.
body thing for all this time. carried this kid way past their due date, and they're like, "What the hell?" And they talk to this a medical company, a medical facility who did a hysterectomy. What do you call that when they take away the uterus? Begins with an H.
Hysterectomy.
Hysterectomy. Thank you. They know that in the talking. We couldn't say anything because of HIPAA laws, but they knew that she was full of shit. She couldn't have a baby at all. Some of her friends knew about that she used to know before she moved. Ultimately, at the very end, she's trying to just prove the lie, right? Prove the lie. And then one day she went to go to one of her good friend's house, um, murder her,
Jesus.
stabbed her like, I don't know, 100 sometimes, ripped out the baby. She was pregnant, ripped out the baby from the uterus, and took it with her. And then when they, pulled her over, they had a doctor examine her, said she didn't have a baby. What the hell she talking about? It's crazy. And then they found a dead body, put two and two together, and she was the youngest woman on death row at the end of the day.
I don't remember
Uh,
this case at all. This happened here. This is
yeah,
not
someone texted 2020 was the date. I don't remember.
not that long ago. I don't remember this at all.
I didn't
Wow.
never heard it, but man, it's crazy. I was like, man, I thought maybe I figured maybe Anna watching, like, maybe she found that she stole a baby at a hospital, or I don't know, she found one on the black market. I don't know. I never suspected she actually go kill her friend and brutally, maimed her and then ripped the baby out. That's crazy. It's crazy. And then she tried to pay it off, and I think she's going through the appeal process currently. But it was we learned that Supreme Court denied the last request or whatever.
So she's set to be uh,
Yeah, I think she has
death
one
row.
more. One more appeal, but it's not. Yeah, they
I
don't
mean,
want to hear. They refuse to. Refuse to hear the last appeal. Whatever.
her last appeal. Okay.
Yeah, but it's just crazy, man. It was a crazy story. It was like, wow, I didn't expect it to go that route in the last 20, 30 minutes. Like, oh shit, this is what. Oh my god, nuts. But really cool. Really enjoyed this one. So yeah, this is a good watch for those looking for something to watch on the documentary side. For sure, it's crazy. So that's it for the week, dude. So not a whole lot because there's a lot of room to see
Mhm.
the World Cup. But next week is a little busier, particularly a week from now. We got 18th on Peacock, The Capture, with the thriller show, season
Oh
three.
yeah, the season three. It's been the hiatus for many years. So yeah, it's back.
Yeah,
Like I
it's
like the
back.
first two seasons.
I,
So
I don't think I even watched it. I don't even remember. I don't
I
know.
mean, it's a long time ago, dude. It's one of these
I
great
may or may
shows.
not watch it. I don't know. I'll see. But on Netflix, we got Oasis. It's kind of I don't know if this is YA. It's more it's good to the young crowd, I think. Some kind of murder mystery in some high end resort, and everyone's just
And they
like
can't
going
leave.
crazy.
Yes,
Yeah,
right. So
so
who done it? Mhm.
right. So it could be interesting. On Apple, The Return of Sugar season 2.
Your favorite.
I don't know. The Colin Farrell's great. He's back on my good side. After a few years of being banned.
Maybe they
Um,
retconned that last episode. He's not alien. I don't know, dude.
I don't know. We'll see. I'll give it a shot. I'll give it a chance. See what happens. Whatever. And then of course, on HBO, House of Dragons season 3 kicks off.
Amen, buddy.
I was excited
Wait for
about that.
today. Hell yeah.
Yeah, so can't wait for that. I heard the first episode is bonkers anyway. And then on Paramount, The Agency comes back season 2. A good kind of a spy international thriller kind of thing, political thriller.
Yeah, yeah. With
Michael
Jeffrey
Fassbender,
Wright. Yeah, Michael
Jeffrey
Fassbender.
Wright, of course,
Richard Gere. Yeah.
Richard Gere. Yeah, so good show. It's actually a pretty good show. I thought this was on Showtime before. They moved it over to Paramount.
This was a Showtime, but obviously
Right.
with the mergers and
Okay.
everything, so Showtime was Paramount, right? But you had to pay
Right.
extra for
Correct.
Showtime or Showtime specific content. And so I think over the last year they've got rid of all that. Now everything is on well, almost everything that was Showtime is now on Paramount, right? They've kind
Paramount.
of
Right.
put it together. And now everything on Paramount is soon to be mixed in with HBO. So
Eventually, yeah. Eventually,
yeah.
when that goes away, like I said, one a streamer. That's fine with me. HBO becomes better in terms of what they have to offer and stuff like that. So we'll see. Well, again, they're not going to bring over Tyler Sheridan. So
And on Wednesday, this is the watch of the week as far as I'm
watch of the week.
concerned.
True. A USA playing USA.
Colombia. What?
Oh,
Stop
Colombia.
it,
I'm sorry,
dude.
Colombia. Just
Stop
kidding.
it.
I just
Stop
saying
it.
Colombia beginning to take its first step into the journey of into the annals of
Immortality.
championship glory. Of course, in the World Cup, we'll see. It'll be USA versus Colombia down the road in the final. So, very interesting. Uh,
That was pretty awesome, as far as I'm concerned.
actually, it would be pretty cool. I'd be highly watched. I'd be highly watched if USA's there. Period. In this country anyway. But yeah, it'd be interesting to see. And yeah, so listen. Good luck to us. I think it's going to be an easy walk to the next
Take
round at least, and see what happens
take
after that.
take nothing for granted, dude. After these
No,
first matches, take
fair
nothing
enough.
for granted, man.
Listen, if USA can win, score 4 goals, come on, dude. What are we talking about here?
Well,
And
okay.
then again, you got Morocco kind of tying up against Brazil. unexpected there.
Yeah, Morocco should have taken that game away. I mean, not
Yeah,
easily, but they had plenty of chances.
they had plenty. They should have probably won that game. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
it is what it
Brazil
is.
was Brazil. They have individual. That's the problem. Like they rely too much on individual saving on one individual performance, not a collective play. That's their problem, right? They got talent. It's
Yeah,
just not as a
they're
team,
always
as
overthinking.
individual,
Yeah,
right?
they're
Yeah.
always
Now, one,
dangerous.
like I said, one individual play saved them, and they still played defense because Marco couldn't score, but still,
Well,
not a good performance.
Morocco. Um,
Hey,
I
dude,
love, I love
they didn't
Morocco.
come fourth place by sheer luck, and they
Fair
didn't
enough.
win
Fair enough.
the under
Okay.
20 by sheer luck, right? They beat Argentina. They should have been us against them, stupid Argentina and Chubascos.
Argentinian bastards.
For
But we'll see them in a couple of nights. I think they play on Tuesday. I don't know. Figure it out.
no, Friday. No. Yeah. USA plays Friday
No,
against
no.
Australia.
Argentina, I'm saying, plays.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
they come up, and then we got the Wednesday game, Wednesday
yeah,
night, like the Wednesday night London, and then Friday night is USA again.
right, exactly. So, and then I think we got the following week is Colombia back on. Whatever. Well, it's a lot.
Well, we'll worry about that next week. Yeah, let's
We'll
get
the
we'll give
next
it
week,
time.
but yeah, for sure. But yeah, those what team you're rooting for. Good luck to you guys. Unless who's Colombia playing again? I forgot the first game.
Uzbekistan.
Except for those on Uzbekistan. Anyone else? Good luck to your teams. Let's go. Enjoy some of the shows that we talked about and what's coming up. There's always something to watch. That's what we're here for. That said, every Sunday, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and we'll see you guys next week.
Peace.